how are you? So, this is my very first storytime video. I'm very excited. I wanted to do a storytime video forever, but I couldn't think of anything to say. But then I thought of the story, and it's a good story, I think. So I wanted to share it with you. I was cast as the original part of the ass of the human centipede. The part that died. The Human Centipede was an independent horror film that was like a cult craze, and I turned it down. So I wanted to tell this story, not only to talk about my experience, but also to get your opinion. So if you don't know what the Human Centipede is, please YouTube the trailer. It'll give you an idea. It's basically where this mad surgeon scientist molds together two girls and a guy, their face, their mouth to the asshole, the mouth to the asshole, and then the poop acts as food. I can't even. In my career, I hadn't really done anything yet as an actress. I was still super green, super new. And there was this agent. She was interesting, to say the least. She was an older woman who always wore a muumuu, and her way to submit is she'd have actors come, like her actors that she represented, come to her office and help her do submissions. And in the process, by helping do the submissions, you could submit yourself. This woman was something else, but she was sweet, you know? Although I did hear that she did also cast for porn. She did have like one of those New York accents. She was one of those, and like from The Simpsons, one of the sisters, you know? I don't think she ever really realized who I was, but nonetheless, I think she was all right. So I get an audition. Now, I wasn't there submitting myself for this. I think she actually got me the audition for this Human Centipede. I was paying $6,000, non-union project. That's a lot. Also shooting in the Netherlands. So for me, you know, I didn't really do anything yet. This is actually like a really big deal. So I go to the audition, and it's in not really a very nice place. Like, it's not one of like the fancier like casting offices. So I went in and I auditioned, and there's no script. There's a treatment. A treatment is basically just like a one-page description of what the project's about. This treatment, from what I can remember, is just like kind of like describing two girls go, you know, are driving, two American girls, because they were like Swedish or Netherlandish or whatever the hell it was. I can't remember. They get stuck in a car and they have to find help. They go to find help, and then the mad scientist, there's an Asian guy that he already had, and then he combines them into a centipede, which they didn't really explain the ass to the mouth thing to me. They didn't really explain it. But I also think there was a little bit of a language barrier, because I don't quite, they spoke English and they were very nice, but I don't quite remember like how much, English wasn't the first language. There was no script, so it was just kind of like reacting, you know what I mean, and improv. That was first audition. I get a call back, and there's three girls there. I was blonde and two brunettes. One was Ashley Williams and one was another girl. Can't remember her name. But I really hit it off with Ashley Williams. I was a sure thing, and I knew it, because it was a blonde against two brunettes. I knew I was a sure thing. But I knew it was between the two of them. So I really like pushed that I liked Ashley, because I just liked her. You know, she was such a cool girl, and I thought she was so nice, and like we really hit it off. Like our chemistry was like so much. And I remember asking, are you comfortable with nudity? Are you comfortable with showing your butt? And Ashley was like, yeah, I don't mind, I like my butt, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, not really. So then a couple days later, they call me and they say, we want to offer you the role. But they also asked me to lose weight, which is typical. I usually get that note a lot. And I was like, okay, great, you know. Is there a script? No. Okay, so there's no script. Now, this is also by the agent that like, who wears a muumuu all the time. She never remembers who I am. I've heard about her casting porn. So that's how I got the part. It's shooting in the Netherlands. Like, I Googled these people at the time, they hadn't really done anything in English. It was all in German or whatever the fuck language it was. And I'm like, oh my God, they said they had a famous guy attached. You clicked on him and he had a lot of German stuff, but it's another country. And I was young and I didn't know. And I was like, oh my gosh, but it's $6,000. It's not union. I've got to show my butt. And like, you know, the combining of I don't think it really was, the treatment didn't really expand on the mouth to the asshole. I think they did. I think they were honest about it. I mean, really, the people that were casting, it was a woman and a man, I remember. They were so kind. They were really kind and honest and upfront. I was kind of an asshole about it because I was young and green and new, and there was only a goddamn treatment. There was only a page, and I was supposed to travel all the way to the Netherlands. I was afraid. I thought I was gonna die. At the time, I had a manager who was an older woman, very mean to me. She was pissed that I got this audition through the agent that she didn't know I was working with. I didn't even know I was working with her. I didn't even fucking know. This woman was Looney Tunes. So was the other one, but anyways. So she's pissed at me for getting that. Then I book it and she's like, in her office, oh, she was such a fucking bitch, my manager, that's what I'm talking about. She was like, well, do you want to do it or not? It was a lot of debate, and the manager's like to me, well, this gives me a lot of money. I get $900 from it. So it's up to you. And I was just like, I felt like, you fucking cunt ass bitch, excuse my language, but like, I'm young, I'm going to a foreign country, like, I don't know what this is. I don't know who these people are. You don't know who these people are, what this project is. It's about sticking my mouth on someone's ass. Like, and there's no script after everything. There's no script. How can there be no script? Especially like for something paying $6,000, this has got to be a porn. So I bowed out. I bowed out. It scared the shit out of me. Then that girl, Ashley Williams, I loved her. I fell in love with her. Love at first sight. And I wanted to go to the Netherlands with her. Like, it'd be fun as friends. I wanted her out. I didn't want her to do it. So I tried finding her everywhere. Like, I literally thought that if she went to the Netherlands, she would die. Because who knows who these people are? Who knows? She might never come back. It was horrible how much guilt I felt about her going to the Netherlands without me because I thought she would die. And so time passes, I get invited to a party for like this theater company. And I'm like, okay, I wanna go. I go. It's her and her boyfriend's theater company. Oh my God, would you believe how like ecstatic I was to see her? Because I literally, at the time, the Human Centipede wasn't out yet. So like, it was still nothing. I still thought this girl died and I felt forever guilty. So I saw her and I was so happy and I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Like, the Human Centipede, what happened, yada yada. And she's like, no, I went, it was fun. Blah, 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 filming was great. We went to the Netherlands or whatever it was, and it was great. And then, you know, they had another girl play the part, but I didn't like her as much. Would you believe it becomes a cult craze on Family Guy, talked by every big director in town? This shit became huge. The odds of it are, you should know how many things I auditioned for and how many things I get rejected for. I was a sure thing with this project and I turned it down. I caused them so much drama from that first part, and I feel terrible about it because they were like, because I said yes, and then I said no, and then I said yes, and then I said no, and then I said yes. I kept going back and forth, and they were like, what the fuck? We want you in it. What's going on? I'm like, there's no script, blah, 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 blah. It was drama. But it became this huge fucking hit. Of course, I immediately regret my decision for turning it down because it was a cult craze. And I had, after that, I had gotten cast in Arthur with Russell Brand. So I did do like some big projects. It was a small part in Arthur, but it was still, you know, I was billed under Nick Nolte. It was a good comedic film. Flopped. We got cast in another project together, another movie, independent movie, called A Guy Named Rick. She had a bigger part than I did. So she was getting bigger roles than I was in the same films. And it, you know, had a little bit to do with her being featured in such a cult craze and such a big hit. So I regretted a little bit not doing it. I never watched The Human Centipede, but I watched the trailer. Could I have done that? No. I have to admit, I could have never done that fucking film. I regretted at the time. Do I regret now? No. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have done that project. But to have your mouth molded into someone's asshole, would you do it? I'm asking you. Would you do it? I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could, and I didn't. I passed it up. I passed on that opportunity. Maybe I would have still done Arthur. Maybe they would have passed on me because I had done that film. I don't know. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm so curious to know whether you think it was the right choice or the wrong choice. Based on the information I'm given about just having a treatment, no script, you know, like not really knowing anybody involved because nobody's American. The agent that submitted me for it, my attitude given to me by my crazy ass mean manager, like, I mean, what would you have done? If they said to me, like, Christina, we want you for a sequel, lose 30 pounds, I probably wouldn't do it. Thank you all so much for watching my first story time video. I hope you enjoyed it. So please let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. And please answer my question, did I make the biggest mistake of my life? I would love to know that. Or do you think that I should have done it? I'm curious to know. Also, follow me at ChristinaCalph on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, on Snapchat. I'm Shagwell0016. And most importantly, subscribe to Bad Girls Ball. I have new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I love you guys so much. I talk to you later, okay? Bye.